Hi everybody, hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. So, all right, you guys ready to make a fun little gift bag? This one I did with a little handle. We did one at Christmas time with our Christmas paper, and I just love the handle off of this one. So easy. If you guys want to make one while you're watching the video, get a 12 by 12 piece of paper out. Most of your papers, your scrapbook papers, are probably, remember, they're probably 12 by 12 and a half. So you might want to trim that size off. Or if you want, you could just get a piece of paper and I'll give you the dimensions and you can do it later or watch back the video. So let's go ahead and turn the camera around so we can get started. So today we're going to use the Homegrown collection. This is Hop to It. This is the same collection. I just used a different piece of paper for this one. And I left all these good candy out for you guys to see, just to whet your appetite, just to, make you jealous of all my Easter candy that I have here. We'll use this bunny later. Maybe I'll eat it. Okay, so I'm going to give you the dimensions first. And so you guys can jot these down if you want to. So with a 12 by 12 piece of paper, we're gonna score it. Let me just bring this up so you can write these down. Let's see, go this way. Okay, you're gonna score it at 2 inches, 5 3/4, 7 3/4, and 11 1/2. So you've got this little extra tab here. Then your 12 by 12 piece of paper, you're gonna turn it sideways. And you're going to score it at 2 inches and 10 inches. And then we're going to make some cut marks at the bottom, and I'll show you that as we get started. All right, so I will also, I've made a PDF of this, so afterwards I'll end up attaching this so you can download it, or again, just write those down. So this paper again has this extra tab. So, but for this one, when we fold this paper over, I wanted to leave this great polka dot border. So we're going to actually take our 1/2 inch off of the bottom of the paper instead of taking this 1/2 inch off. I did this with my Christmas one as well because it had such a great border. But this paper, I just left it plain. So this one doesn't have the border. That one I took the little trim off of the top there. So let's go ahead and do that first. We're going to go ahead and cut a 1/2 inch off because you want the paper to be exactly 12 inches by 12 inches. Now get your scoreboard out. And we're going to I want the bunnies on the outside of this bag. So I'm going to go ahead and score it, move that chocolate up. Okay, we're going to score it at 2 inches. 2 inches, 5 3/4. Hold your paper still so it doesn't wiggle. 7 3/4. And 11 1/2. Now, just a tip when you're going to score something that's really big, actually when I score anything, I always keep my scoreboard at a slight angle because when you're pulling your arm, it's easier to stay in the little grooves. If I kept it straight and I tried to do this, I could skip a line. It's easier to mess up. So always angle it slightly so it goes in the direction of the way you're pulling. So, okay, turn your paper sideways and you're going to score it at 2 inches. And you're going to score it at 10 inches. Okay, we can move the board, but we want to keep the bone folder out because you're going to want that. All right, the first thing you're going to do is we need to trim the little pieces at the bottom. So we're going to trim here, here, and here, and here. This piece right here in the corner, we're actually cutting out. So you could use your paper cutter, but I think it's just as easy to use my little scissors. All right, so we are cutting this little piece up. This teeny little piece here is just going to cut out. And then we have, you know what, I'm going to fold this a little bit so I can see the creases a little bit better. All right. And then we're going to cut up here. Here. And here. Okay, so now we have those pieces cut. These wider pieces, don't touch those, but the little tabs, we're going to kind of make little mitered corners a little bit. And I'm just going to go in and go up to the corner. And I don't even measure, I just angle it slightly. So you see what we did there? So we're doing that to these little, the smaller sides. Again, don't do it to the wide panels. Doesn't have to be very much, and it doesn't have to be fancy. Okay. All right. Again, I want the bunnies to be the main part of the bag. So the top 2 inches I'm going to fold down. This is where you can go ahead and use that bone folder to make it a nice crease. Okay. Then this 1/2 inch piece. And the reason I folded this first was because I want this to wrap around. I want it to fold at the same time. So now I'm going to fold this piece in. Okay. Then the next one. Hold in place, make sure it's all straight. Okay. Then we've got the next one. This makes, again, such a easy, fast basket. You're going to see how fast we do this. There we go. Now we've got the main part of our box all ready to go. Then I'm going to just make sure these are going to be folded up. I love the fact that it's just out of a 12 by 12 piece of paper and it's just really easy measurements. So we are going to just put glue on our little flap here. All right, we're just going to glue that. Make sure it's lined up perfectly. And then this is going to stick up a little bit here. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue inside there as well. There's kind of a reason I do the flaps one way. So we got to make sure that's flat first. Okay, now you'll notice that the seam is on this side. So if the seam is here, then I want the front of the box opposite. So when you're doing the flaps, you want to make sure that if this is the front of my box, then this should be the outside piece of the flap. So let me show you why I don't do it like if I did it the other way. If this is the front and I tucked this in first, when I glue this, then you're going to kind of see that edge. So if this is the front, I want to tuck this piece in and we'll put that piece on top. And you really only need to glue, you don't need to glue all the flaps. You really just need to put glue on this piece. There we go. Here is your box. Yay. So it's so easy. I mean, that was like the fastest thing. That took us hardly any time at all. So, but if you want to go ahead and add a fun little handle to it, I took our paper and I actually did it an inch wide. I scored it at 1/2 inch and then I glued it closed. That makes this a lot sturdier than just a single, a single piece of paper, right? So once it's dry, I kind of start to just curve it like this because it'll help keep its shape a little bit better. And just kind of make sure it's curved good. Okay, then I thought it would be cute too. You could either tuck this inside, or you can keep it on the outside and we can use little brads. So I think that's what we're gonna do to put brads on here. Got my little brads here, and we're gonna take our little hole punch, and I'm just going to make sure you're centered and go up about a 1/4 of an inch. Let's see. So I'm just gonna poke a hole here, do the same to this side. And this side I left that border on there, and so I could put that on the front piece just for an extra little decoration. So with this, if you want to, you can go ahead and figure out where the center is on your box. I'm going to put the brad kind of right here. So this is 3 3/4, so I'm just sliding it over a little. So we want to make sure we put the brad right in the middle. I'm going to flip it over, do the same here. There we go. And we can line this up, find a little spot. And there we go. All right, I got these little green brads. I'm just sticking that through there. Look how cute. So then, yeah, this can even just, it's actually kind of cute when you have it sitting there just down like that too. So, but let's go ahead and stuff this little guy. Oh, first, before we stuff it, let's do our tags. So I'm going to set this to the side. Now we've got 2 different tags, and I pulled out some of the different, our tags I'm using are Hello die. This tag is what I'm using for this tag. And then the bunnies, these are the 2 sets in our homegrown collection. You got Hippity Hoppity and Honey Bunny. So I thought I'd do 1 tag using this bunny. And then if you want it to be more, a little more religious kind of a bag, I pulled out these 2 stamp sets. We've got Joyful Noise and Words of Praise. So I thought these were great for Easter as well. So this one I thought was really pretty. I stamped the Rejoice. And I don't know if you can see in there, I did just a little bit of light blue around the word and then just added some color in here. I think what I should do too that I didn't do yet is add some of the Winkastella glitter to the outside, to the words. I think that'd be really pretty, just to add a little bit of extra flair. And I think
bling it up.
Yeah, bling it up a little bit. I think this Rejoice one would look really cute on this bag. And then we'll do the bunny one for this bag. So let's do this tag. This one, I went ahead and stamped Happy Spring on it. And then here's our little bunny die cut. And you could use the dies that match the stamp and just cut one of the bunnies out of the paper and use that. But I wanted to add a little bit extra punch of color by using the stamped image. I took our we have dies that cut our grass out. So I just layered up a couple. So I layered them and then I die cut so that it had the little stitch around the bottom. So let's go ahead and just glue this on here. And cute, cute, cute. And then I put some foam tape on the back of our bunny. I'm going to let his little ear hang off a little bit. I think that looks cute. So I just tied a little knot in the end so this can hang down. And then you can want to add a little bit extra something. You can do a big bow. There. Then you got a little big bow, that makes sense. Okay. I think that's kind of cute. All right, now let's stuff this. Cute. All right, so for this, just so our bunny shows, I'm just stuffing some stuff in the bottom of the bag. When you guys do it for your Easter basket, you can fill it with a bunch of the grass. Then you've got your bunny in there, and you've got your Cadbury's, and you got your chocolates. And here is your Easter basket. Isn't that cute with your little tag? So there are your two little baskets. So I hope you guys like that. Here's the little tag. And for the holidays, a really fast little gift bag. And you can make so many of them in such a short amount of time. So I hope you guys liked that. Hope you guys have an awesome week. And I dare you to be artsy. See you guys next week. Bye.